Ja. Stimmt. Dynamik. Dynamik hätte man doch seinen Typ. Ja. Das wird so vergessen. Stood upside against the cost.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Curling Zone Splitting the House. My name is Jerry Gertz. I am joined today by Team Schnider out of Schaffhausen, Switzerland. They are the 2020 Schweizer Cup champions. For fans outside of Switzerland, the Schweizer Cup is sort of a special event that was created to give teams more opportunities to compete domestically, give young teams the opportunity to play against some of the best, similar to what the Canada Cup is here in Canada. So I'd like to welcome the guys. Great weekend.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
Just trying to get the camera to switch over here. There we go. We got the guys in screen now. That's Nicholas Stoll, Andren Schnider, Fabian Schmid, and Oliver Widmer. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So yeah, great weekend. We were kind of setting the story up early in the week. I know we did a story covering you guys and dug into your history a little bit. Just another young team out of Switzerland breaking onto the big scene here. Tell us a little bit more about your squad.
So, Andre, should I go? Okay. So actually, we've known each other for quite a while now. Me, Andrin, and Oliver, we played juniors already for Schaffhausen, and then our ways kind of split due to age difference and the ending of our juniors time. And then after like a season or two break, we decided to come back together with our big reinforcement Fabian. He's already played in men's curling for some years, so he's got a lot of experience. And now I think it's been 3 years that we've played together. Yeah, all over the world, of course. We're working pretty hard to progress, to develop ourselves. And yeah, yesterday was the first big achievement for us. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, so I've seen you guys in Oakville. You're definitely putting in the work and getting out there, playing some big tournaments. Last season, you ended up in China as well as one of the big tournaments there. 2 solid results last season, making quarters in a couple of tournaments, put you 70th overall in the world. Well, with the points pause, this won't necessarily affect that, but it's certainly got to help your confidence and maybe the bank account a little bit too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think those are the 2 big advantages. Yeah, exactly. And also, as you said before, we're just happy to actually being able to play, right, and to play good games to gain the experience. Especially for us as a young team, it's still really important to have this experience, to have the practical experience and games to learn from, especially with such good opponents like Schwaller. It's been quite fun. Yeah.
So going into the game, you fell behind early. Steal a 3 in the second end. You're the underdogs coming into the game. What are you guys thinking at this time?
Yeah, I think for us that's a really unusual mistake, that the last draw shot came up so short, and we all felt a little bit,
well, a bit
unsecure.
unsecure. We
Yeah.
weren't sure. Oh no, now it's turning. Now you know. Now that they win, they dominate and everything. But at the same time,
we just pulled ourselves together, and we knew that we just have to fight now, and everything's possible. And in the end, yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, certainly you guys did a great job fighting back, rolling out into the, was it the sixth end? You kind of got your own steal back. Let's see if I can roll the video here with that. So set up the end here. This is Andrin's last shot.
Yeah, exactly. We tried to put our last stone on top button, so he can't really draw on the button and doesn't have an easy double. But the weight was really good, but it didn't curl as much as we expected. And
you know, and at this point we were like, let's put some pressure on him, right? There were some other options to play, but in the end we had to go for all in, basically.
Yeah.
We needed to steal at least one, and in that case, two.
Yeah, it just comes up enough at the end there. And now you're lying two.
Exactly, pressure is on.
And then Schwaller comes down with his shot, and maybe it catches you by surprise a little bit here. Sorry about that. Here it comes.
I picked the sweepers and Bruno did big
So
mistake.
they kind of got caught here, right? Curls a little bit more, they're good. A little bit less, they're good. Right through the hole. Steal a two, ties the game up, and then you head a little later in the game, and you're down to the last end, and you kind of have a chance to maybe score two on your last. Here's the shot here.
Yeah, in the Schweizer Cup, there's the rule that there's no extra end, but a shootout. So we don't necessarily have to score two to win, because the chances are still good if we score only one. So we decided to play the easier shot of the both options, and not to play the thin double where we could possibly score two. But in the end we weren't quite sure if it's doable, so we decided to play the easy hit and stay on the shot rock there.
And here it is right here.
Yeah.
And I think we tried the shot today.
Yeah, I think so too. With the difference in rules, it makes a lot of sense, right? You're back to even on the last end. What do you think you make that double? How often do you think you make that?
I thought maybe 30%, 20%, so that I have a big chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it's either one for them or two for them, or two for us. So the risk is real high to lose actually the game, if you're playing the double. So yeah, that's what we were just discussing about, like for 2 or 3 minutes. Exactly those discussions that we have right now.
Yeah, these are sort of the changes in the game now, right? With the analytics and trying to figure out the math behind the shot calls and stuff. Now, extra end at the Schweizer Cup is a draw to the button. And being the team without hammer, you get to go first here and put the pressure on.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, the sweepers did a really good job there. Put the rock exactly on the tee line.
I think we did a little bit the same mistake than the last one before. It was a bit too much on the left side.
But it was also a bit tricky ice because you never know how much it curls on the side, so it wasn't that easy to call.
And now Schwaller with his chance at this.
Yeah, the swept maybe the whole wave, and it was just a bit too short.
15. I think I had 15 seconds hawk time on my stopwatch.
And we had 14 on ours, so it was seconds.
So now that sets you guys up. Looking forward to Baden Masters next weekend. Where do things sit right now with that tournament? Are they going ahead, or are you unsure yet?
No, they are going ahead. So as you might know, Scottish teams and the teams from Norway, they had to cancel because Switzerland is on the red list. So they would need to go back to quarantine when they go home. However, the Baden Masters organizers now decided to go ahead with the tournament. So we'll have two groups, one with 6 teams and one with 7 teams, and we'll have each a round robin, and then semifinals and the final in the end. So it's going to be an interesting tournament. Not that many teams like we're used to, but still, I think a very, very strong field. With Edin, Schwaller, De Cruz, pretty good teams there. Van Dorf from the Netherlands is also always strong. So yeah, we're expecting an intense weekend again.
So what's your training been like so far? How long you been on the ice? How have you dealt with the COVID-19 situation and everything around that? Things certainly seem a lot more open in Switzerland right now compared to many other places in the world. And how do you guys feel about the where curling is going right now?
Swiss curling made an agreement with Baden with the curling hall, and so the elite teams can practice here. So we could start about 2 months ago, and we practiced twice a week for around 2 hours, and once we had a whole weekend to practice together, and it helped, of course, for the preparation of the tournaments.
And I think Swiss curling went out of the way. I mean, they really tried to make it happen with practicing, and also now with the Schweizer Cup, we had some special rules. We had a whole safety concept. But it's not that we're not taking care of the situation. There's a lot of measures and rules in place. But everything has been made possible that we as players can play curling safely. So that's amazing, actually.
Yeah, I think that's an important question because people at home can see the curling. It doesn't look like it's a whole lot different from normal. So there's certainly been a lot of questions around that. But I've heard the same out of the junior camp that ran in August as well, where there was a lot of precautions taken and grouping and things like that as well.
Exactly.
There are some changes in the game. For example, you can't shake hands in front of the game, or you have to clean the rocks before you play them. And what you might saw in the games, you can't sweep during the other teams. The other team is playing. Yeah.
You can't sweep behind the back at the T line.
The T line, yeah.
You get too close, right?
Yeah.
So all those little measures that helped them made happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is one of the differences a little bit with competitive play and club play. Club teams, they all kind of have their own lives going on. They're going back to their own little pods, so they got to kind of protect each other. You guys are a family in itself. You probably spend more time with each other than anybody else in your own lives, I would imagine. Yeah, so we're seeing some of that, I think, going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if, we see more openness on the curling ice from the competitive events, but that certainly doesn't necessarily mean that curling should always be played that way.
No, not at all, of course. I mean, as we said, we're hoping that everything is going back to normal, and normal means here that it's still safe, right? That it still makes sense. for everyone, and not only from a player's perspective. But yeah, we're hoping also with the whole season we do not cancel something ahead, because we're still, we're positive that some things can happen, and yeah, we'll take it as it goes. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see the Swiss curling take the chance on this and work on trying to create the template for everyone else. There have been a number of events being canceled, but I think you start looking at other opportunities. It doesn't mean curling is being canceled. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes to try and create safer events with smaller numbers of teams that make it easier to bring people together. So. Really appreciate your time, guys. I know you're ready to get back on the ice for some training again. Back at her hard. Like to wish you good luck next weekend in the Baden Masters. That's Nicola Stoll, Andren Schnider, Fabian Schmid, and Oliver Widmer of Team Schnider of Schaffhausen, Switzerland, 2020 Schweizer Cup champions.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.